Welcome Top X Coins. We're diving deep into one of the most surprising corners of American coin collecting, the presidential dollar series. Introduced in 2007, these golden-colored $1 coins were meant to honor each U.S. president in order of service. Millions were struck and circulated, but hidden among the ordinary are extreme rarities, shocking mint errors, and elusive varieties that collectors will pay thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So grab your coin jars, turn on those lights, and let's uncover the top 10 most rare and valuable presidential dollars, some worth up to $500,000. You won't believe what's hiding in plain sight. What if I told you that a $1 coin minted in 2007, that's right, just a regular-looking George Washington presidential dollar, could be hiding in your house or pocket right now? Studio microphone. In 2007, the U.S. Mint launched the presidential $1 coin program, commemorating each U.S. president in the order of their service. The very first coin featured George Washington, the founding father, first commander-in-chief, and the face of American history. The coin was issued from both Philadelphia, P, and Denver, D, mints. Over 163 million coins were struck at the Denver Mint, which is why most people think this coin is common. Missing edge lettering, the Godless Dollar. That's why this coin has sold for $5,000 to $20,000, depending on grade. But some perfect specimens, in MS 67 or higher, have fetched upwards of $75,000 at private auctions. Double-edge lettering error, the money multiplier, backhand index pointing right. Verified specimens of the 2007 D George Washington dollar with double-edge lettering have sold for $15,000 to $30,000, depending on condition. In cases with dramatic doubling, where the two sets of edge lettering almost look like mirrored shadows, auction prices have topped $100,000. Triple-edge lettering, the ultra-rare holy grail. Experts believe a triple-lettered 2007 D George Washington dollar could sell for $250,000 to $500,000 if authenticated and graded at Mint State 65 or higher. Record sales and collector frenzy. In 2021, a 2007 D George Washington dollar with missing edge lettering, graded MS 67 by PCGS, sold for $22,500. A dramatic double-edge lettering example, with perfect symmetry and Mint State grade, went for $96,000 in a private dealer transaction in 2023. And while it's shrouded in confidentiality, rumors in the collecting community suggest a triple-edge lettering 2007 D George Washington dollar may have sold for close to $500,000 in a secretive collector-to-collector exchange in late 2024. The 2000 P Sakajia Dollar, yes, the one minted by the millions, hides some of the most expensive modern-era coins in U.S. history. In the late 1990s, the U.S. government was looking to phase out the unpopular Susan B. Anthony dollar and create a coin the public would actually use. The solution? A brand new golden-colored dollar coin. Featuring Sakajia, the Shoshone woman who guided Lewis and Clark through the American West. The mule error, state quarter obverse plus Sakajia reverse, this is where things get insanely rare. Big money sales and auction records. Let's break down the real sales history of the 2000 P Sakajia Mule Dollar, Fire Heritage Auctions, 2012, one of the first discovered Sakajia dollar mules. Graded MS 66 by NGC. Sold for $155,250. Fire Stacks Bowers, 2018, another specimen graded MS 67 by PCGS. Final hammer price, $192,000. Gemstone private estimates today, a perfect condition MS 68 or MS 69 example could easily cross the $250,000 mark. Some numismatists believe a pristine, first strike example could top $500,000 if auctioned today. These are not theoretical prices. These are real-world transactions, and the demand is growing. Magnifying glass tilted left. How to identify the rare 2000 P Mule Sakajia dollar. Here's the ultimate checklist to know if you might have the golden ticket. White heavy checkmark. Look at the obverse. Head side. If you see George Washington's portrait, like on a state quarter, stop immediately. A real Sakajia dollar should feature Sakajia and her baby, Jean Baptiste. White heavy checkmark. Now flip to the reverse. If it shows the soaring eagle with United States of America and $1, that's correct. If you have both of the above on one coin, you've likely got a mule error. This is the story of the 2007 P. John Adams presidential dollar. A coin designed to honor the second president of the United States, but unexpectedly launched into numismatic legend due to a jaw-dropping minting error. Before we jump into the big money stuff, let's rewind just a bit to understand where this all began. The presidential $1 coin program was launched by the U.S. Mint in 2007. It was designed to honor each U.S. president in the order they served, with new coins released every few months. The John Adams dollar was the second coin in the series, following George Washington. It was minted in Philadelphia and Denver, with hundreds of millions struck, over 112 million at the Philadelphia Mint alone. So how could a coin with that many copies become one of the most valuable modern coins ever minted? Collision: the Godless Dollar, missing edge lettering error. Some of these godless errors have sold for $5,000 to $12,000, depending on grade and authentication. The double edge lettering error, depending on the clarity of the doubling, these coins can bring in $15,000 to $25,000. But in flawless condition, or with dramatic misalignments, certain examples have reached well over $100,000 in private sales and auctions. The triple edge lettering error, the mega rarity, in early reports and private collector transactions. One of these examples is rumored to have sold for $500,000 to a high-profile collector in early 2024, though exact figures remain confidential. How to identify a rare 2007 John Adams dollar. Here's what to look for if you want to hunt one down yourself. Start with the edge. Examine the coin's edge carefully. Use a magnifier or jeweler's loupe. Look for missing lettering. If there's no lettering at all, you might have a godless dollar. Check for double inscriptions. Look for overlapping, doubled, or rotated edge text. These are often visible even to the naked eye. Rotation is key. If the second inscription is at a 180 degrees angle, that dramatically increases rarity. Triple lettering. Get it authenticated immediately. Don't hesitate. That's the holy grail. The surge in coin-based investment over the past 5 years means error coins with unique stories, like the 2007 John Adams dollar, are in extremely high demand. One anonymous buyer in 2023 reportedly offered $450,000 for a triple-lettered MS-67 example but was turned down. Theft comes in the form of a simple 2011 Rutherford B. Hayes presidential dollar. Stick around, because today we uncover what makes this coin so valuable, how to identify the rare error versions, and how you might already own one without even knowing it. Rutherford Burchard Hayes, the 19th President of the United States, served from 1877 to 1881. His presidency followed one of the most controversial elections in U.S. history, the 1876 showdown, where he lost the popular vote but won the Electoral College in a highly disputed deal known as the Compromise of 1877. Missing edge lettering error: the godless dollar, MS-65 or MS-66 examples have sold for $10,000 to $25,000. Perfect condition examples, MS-68 or higher. Experts estimate they could reach $150,000 plus if authenticated and graded by PCGS or NGC. Double edge lettering error, the doubling jackpot. Double edge 2011 Hayes dollars fetching $25,000 to $100,000. In perfect condition or with dramatic rotation, values could soar past $250,000. Inverted edge lettering, inverted second strike. It could be worth $200,000 to $500,000, especially if no other examples exist, making it a one-of-a-kind numismatic treasure. How to identify a rare 2011 Hayes dollar. Here's how to check if your Hayes dollar is worth life-changing money. Inspect the edge. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. No inscription at all. That's a missing edge lettering error. 2 sets of inscriptions. That's a double edge lettering error. 1 normal and 1 inverted. That's inverted double edge lettering, a premium find. Grade the coin. Condition plays a major role in price. You'll need PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service. NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. Coins graded MS-66 or higher will fetch the top prices. Recent auctions and secret sales. In 2022, a 2011 Rutherford B. Hayes dollar with missing edge lettering graded MS-67 sold for $19,500 at a major U.S. auction. A double-edged lettering version sold privately in 2023 for over $75,000, with strong bidding interest from collectors overseas. And while unconfirmed, one collector claims to have traded a triple-error 2011 coin, missing edge, doubled, and rotated, in a confidential deal rumored to be worth $400,000 in cash and gold coins. The 2008 D. Martin Van Buren Presidential Dollar, a coin you've likely overlooked. But it could be one of the most valuable modern coins in existence, and today, we're diving deep into why. The Presidential $1 coin program began in 2007, with the goal of honoring each deceased U.S. president in the order of their service. Each coin featured a portrait on the obverse, front, while the Statue of Liberty adorned the reverse, back. The edge was where the real twist came in. Instead of printing the date, mint mark, and mottos on the front or back like usual, the U.S. Mint decided to engrave them on the edge. Auction records and private sales. Let's look at some auction results and private market reports. Heritage Auctions sold a certified MS-65 plain edge era for $47,150 in 2019. Private collectors reportedly paid over $100,000 for MS-66 examples in 2021 and 2022. Some collectors are holding on to their specimens, speculating they could double or triple in value within the next decade as presidential dollar collecting increases. A verified MS-67 Plus example hitting auction today could easily ignite bidding wars well beyond $250,000, especially if it's the finest known. This coin represents everything collectors love, a modern coin with historic value. A major mint era that slipped through unnoticed. A lone known population. A huge upside in value. And a compelling story that ties together history, minting technology, and collector frenzy. And unlike many million-dollar coins locked away in museums, this one still could be in circulation, in pocket change, in forgotten coin jars, or even in your wallet right now. We're talking about the 2007 P. Thomas Jefferson Presidential Dollar, a modern coin that most people think is common, but behind its polished gold surface lies a rare version that has rocked the numismatic world. The U.S. Mint launched the Presidential $1 coin program in 2007 with the goal of honoring every deceased president. The coins were golden in color, made of manganese brass, and featured a rotating cast of historical leaders. Each coin carried the president's portrait on the obverse, the Statue of Liberty on the reverse, and uniquely, edge lettering that included the mint mark, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver. Moment they were struck. $29,900 for a high-grade certified example sold at auction. $45,000 to $75,000 for MS-66 Plus coins with strong luster. $150,000 to $250,000, estimated value range for top-grade coins in perfect condition. How to identify the coin in your pocket. Here's how to check if you've got a jackpot in your collection. Inspect the edge. Take a Jefferson dollar and carefully look at the edge under bright light. You should see E pluribus unum. 2007, P. for Philadelphia. If the edge is smooth and blank, you may have struck gold. Confirm the mint. The most valuable errors are from the Philadelphia Mint, 2007, P. Check the obverse to see the correct portrait, Jefferson facing right. Get it graded. Do not clean the coin. Send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication. Only certified grades will reach high auction values. Registry set bonus. The top dollar value comes from collectors who build registry sets. If your coin becomes the finest known example, the value can skyrocket into the hundreds of thousands. Auction results and market outlook. Here are a few actual sales and estimates. Heritage Auctions sold a Jefferson missing edge dollar for over $30,000. Certified MS-66 and MS-67 coins are privately traded between $50,000 and $150,000. Coin experts believe values could hit $500,000 plus as presidential dollar set building increases and new collectors enter the scene. And since presidential dollars aren't being produced for circulation anymore, the supply is permanently limited.